In this video, we're going to be looking at Google Slides for making thinking visible. Coming up. Hi, I'm Kevin Zahner and you're watching Zahner History. And on this channel, we do a lot of videos about tips and tricks for integrating technology in the classroom. In this video, we're going over Google Slides and how I use it to make thinking visible by using templates as backgrounds, as well as live monitoring. Let's check it out. So one of the first things we're going to do is set the background, and we're using Google Slides here. So what's cool about Google Slides is you can use shapes to make different objects. In this case, we've made dominoes, and I want to show cause and effect. So we've made a few dominoes here using the shape tool. This is the three-dimensional cube. I just set the different colors to be black. It does the shading. It looks great. Put some circles in there. Now, what we want to do is add a new slide, and what we want to put on that slide is a background that's actually an image of the slide that I created. So we're going to download the slide I created as a PNG, and then we're going to use that file down there in the lower left and add a background via image. So you right click and select the image. We'll grab that file and drop it where we can add it to the slide. So once we're good, those shapes are now the background, so they can't be manipulated. If I gave this to my students, they'd move it around, it'd be a mess, and it's just not worth it. So this is one way you can add a custom background to the slide presentation. Earlier I had actually copied the text fields that I had added there, so I'm going to paste them in, and now we're going to select that slide and copy it, and then paste it in as many times as we need. Maybe students are working in groups and you only need 4 or 5. Maybe you want a single slide for every student. So I have another slide presentation ready to go here with some movable text box that I do not want to move around because it's going to get confusing for students. Plus this is a timeline, so I don't want all these different shapes to move around. It's going to get messy like I said before. So we'll do the same process that we did for the cause and effect dominoes to make this background static so it doesn't move, so it's just easier and less frustrating for students. It's better that way because then they're not frustrated with the technology and they can actually express themselves with their learning properly. So I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to right click to open up our background adjustment box there, and then just select the image. We'll drag it down from the bottom into the area. It's going to upload and we'll be in business. And once again, I'll copy this as many times as we need to. That's a background, so it's not going to move around. I love this approach to making projects. Now they're going to grab these items and put them where they belong. Live monitoring has been such an important feature on Google Slides. I can give individual students or groups of students a different slide, and then by clicking on the grid view down on the bottom, I can see all of their work at the same time. It's also nice, sometimes I'll post this or project this up on the screen, and then other kids can see what their peers are doing, and they get right to work if they're lagging behind or get off task or distracted. Overall, it's a classroom management piece. It's a self-pacing opportunity, and if they are having trouble, I could say, hey, Michael, why don't you go check out slide 9? Julie and Andrew are doing a great job coming up with examples or non-examples in the Freyer model. Blue boxes that you see here are actually the text boxes. Now, I'll make a background just like I showed you earlier in the video, and then I'll put in blue boxes for text. They're just text boxes, and I make them blue just on all of my templates so that students know when they click on that box, the blue box, they can type in it. Another nice feature is that you can see on each slide who's working on what, where the students are. You can actually click on the images of the students in the upper right, and it'll take you to where they are working if you're in more of a zoomed in view. If you need to zoom out or in, you can use the zoom in and out buttons at the bottom, the plus and the minus. Once in a while, you just need to refresh it to see if it's updating live. With all these students working on it at the same time, sometimes there's a bit of a lag in terms of it updating all the content that they're putting into these templates. Fast forward to a point where the students are putting in images, and you can then help them if they need help. Sometimes the images might not be the right size, or maybe they're just placed in a poor manner. And this process allows you to see that as they're doing it, ultimately making the whole activity visible. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments about how you use slides or questions about what we did here, maybe the process was a little bit fast or I left out a detail, hit us up in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you, and I'm sure your comment or question would be valuable to everyone in the community. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.